Hello and welcome back to another episode of the HFL Podcast. We were just discussing the Week 1 season, and I want to turn our attention here to Lynn Bowden Jr. He ends up getting Player of the Week this week after scintillating performance. Listen, Axel, I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt you. I hate to do this, but you gotta be kidding me. I mean, here's a guy who's drafted, second, third round in the NFL as a wide receiver, I think. Wide receiver, wide receiver, exactly. And then he gets released and signs with the Dolphins back in the NFL and doesn't even see the field. And this whole time, this kid was electric in college at Kentucky, I believe. He was so electric, he was making plays. I mean, have you seen this clip, Axel? I have. I have seen the clip. You've seen the clip. So he can obviously play. I mean, it's just absurd. It's ridiculous to think he couldn't play quarterback and he had to go to the HFL to prove it. I mean, if that's not proving it, I don't know what is. He gets Player of the Week, and again, if you've seen the clip, it's just mind blowing. And I know there was a preseason game, and we're gonna see that matchup again. It's the Gunners versus the Orbits, but my goodness, if you're asleep on Lynn Bowden as a quarterback, a bona fide Lamar Jackson type of quarterback, I expect him to shred the HFL, and he just showed it right away in preseason. I expect to see it this week. Now, we will be watching him this week on Twitch at Axel Haxon, certainly. And you hear that Jeremy's bullish here on Lynn Bowden Jr. He's your Week 1 Player of the Week. But we can't forget about Gardner Minshew and his double Player of the Week performance. So we'll get into that momentarily. You've been listening to the HFL Podcast. I'm your host, Axel Haxon. Lynn Bowden, let me just interrupt you. Lynn Bowden is going to be an MVP candidate in this league, Axel. Better recognize it. Watch the clip.